Lenny Sly, RogueWarriorTC.com. Welcome back to another Rogue Warrior fitness video. This is another video that we're going to do using resistance weight training, helping with your basic fundamental skills, you know, the basics of Aikido, basic movement. You know, we did one on Tenkan, as you probably already watched that. This one is going to be on, I believe it's called Shomenuchi Ikkyo, which is this type of Shomenuchi exercise where you're practicing irimi and raising up like you're going to be doing Ikkyo. So I think it's Shomenuchi Ikkyo is what it's called. So I'm going to show you how to do that using the cable crossover machine, just like how I showed you how to use Tenkan within that movement to build your conditioning with your Tenkan movement. So this one, you're going to want to drop down the cable crossover, the pulley. I have it set at number 3, and I have it set with 10 pounds worth of weight. Okay? So this exercise, as we all know, if you've been training in Aikido for a while, this is a very fundamental exercise that we do when we're basically getting down the fundamental movement of being able to do Ikkyo. So sliding forward, bringing your trail leg up a tad, raising your hands up to be doing Ikkyo. So it's not pushing, it's this rowing motion up. It's this motion to connect with the Ikkyo movement to where then you can roll that over and then apply. I'm going to show you how to do this with using this cable crossover. So as you grab the handle, you're going to be in a forward position with your right leg, obviously, because the right hand's going to be your lead hand. And as you move, this is going to go up in an arcing fashion as you step forward, and you do the same type of Ikkyo movement as you would if you weren't using weights. So this comes up. Notice how I'm not pulling, I'm not pushing, I'm rowing this up. Okay? Basically into the Ikkyo position. And so when you use 2 hands, you're doing this. And granted that I'm not holding onto the handle, the strap actually, I don't even need to use the handle. I just use the nylon strap and I secure that right within the crook of my hand right there. So as I go up, this is secured so it doesn't fall off. Plus my thumb is extended out so it keeps that in place. So as I extend this, okay, so this comes down, roll up, right? Up to like you're doing Ikkyo. And this is going to, you're going to feel tension and burn in your deltoid, in the front of your deltoid, and in the side of your deltoid. The deltoid has 3 heads. It has the front, the side, and the rear. You're going to feel this in the front, and you're going to feel this on the side when you do this. So you extend, okay? Extend. Just like you were doing Ikkyo. The cool thing about this is you feel the resistance as you come back. You feel this resistance because the weight is counteracting and it's pulling your arm down. So you're not just going to do that. You're going to control this. So you're actually building internal strength with your ki as you do that. So you're working your core and you're building that at the same time. So this is going to give you strength to be able to handle a strong Shomenuchi attack and be able to apply Ikkyo. And then this is also going to build your ki extension. Okay? As you can see, my tricep is somewhat flexed. Okay? That's naturally going to happen. There's no way you can do this without having your tricep flexed. Because look, if you look at my arm and you look at my tricep, that's my tricep. Every time I raise my arm up and I'm extending ki, that muscle is being slightly flexed. No matter what you do anything with your hand, if you look at my forearm, see how the muscles are moving in my forearm? So when I flex my forearm or squeeze my hand, my forearm, all the muscles in my forearm control my fingers. So every time I flex or I squeeze, my forearm's being engaged. So there's a lot of like mystical crap out there with ki extension and internal power, things of that nature. I'm probably going to go over some of those in the future, especially when it comes to the old unbendable arm Aikido trick. I have yet to feel anybody actually do that without feeling any type of muscular strength whatsoever. And what I mean by that is, when you do that unbendable arm thing, there's a trick behind that. And I was taught that a long time ago by a guy named Joe Takahara sensei out of Chicago Aikikai. He was our Aikido instructor that really based his teaching off of ki connection and just regular connection in himself and the internal power thing, the ki extension, and he actually taught me the trick. And nobody can see it, especially when you're wearing a gi top. But I'm going to explain that later on down the road, so you guys are going to understand how ki extension works and the whole thing about internal power. There's some truth to the internal power, but believe it or not, you're using muscles to be able to do that. Okay, so from this side, so now you can see it from the inner side of this. So as you advance forward, this does that rowing motion as you come up. Okay, this is rowing motion. So it's up, step up. It's actually sliding. Step up. But this whole time you're keeping this arc as you do this. You're keeping this arc. Okay? So you're actually using your deltoids as you do this, but it's also building core strength and ki extension at the same time, because you're getting that resistance as you come back. You feel the resistance. You almost feel like you want to let go. So one of the key things that I try to tell people that I personally train here and there is you control the weight. Don't let the weight control you. So if you're using too heavy weight, the weight's going to basically be too much for you to handle, and you're going to end up doing something like this, and you're going to drop this. This is going to be this pulling and trying to muscle it, and then the weight's going to carry your arm back. You want to have smooth range of motion the whole entire time as you do this. Smooth range of motion, and control the weight. Don't let the weight control you. So extend. Extend. And this is usually, you can do it where it's the Hauro Shomenuchi Ikkyo where you're doing, forward, 10 conning, they're doing it this way, this way, this way, this way, the whole figure 8 thing or the whole 8 directional thing. This is basic, right from here, and then down. Boom, up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep control of the weight, keep the connection, don't move, and then do that. Everything moves at once, okay? So we're using our body to move this forward. So your body moves forward, then your arm arcs up as if it was doing Ikkyo. Okay? So try this with 20 pounds real quick. Same exercise. Extend up. So now you have more resistance on this. And extend. So up. Up. And the good thing about doing this at a gym is that I have a mirror in front of me, so I can actually watch myself as I do this to make sure that I have correct form. If you don't have a mirror, you can't really tell if you're sloppy or if you're being smooth with the exercise. So for the guys that are, for actually doing this, you want to be able to sit there and look at yourself in the mirror as you do this to make sure that you're getting proper form to the best of your ability. Okay? So I tend to watch what I'm doing, and I slowly move with this, and I concentrate on keeping that firm connection without breaking the actual structure of the technique. So that's Shomenuchi Ikkyo exercise using resistance weight training. I got a couple more exercises that I'm going to end up showing you in other videos. I have one for Kokyunage, Sayunage. That one's a little bit more, it's a little bit harder to do because of the way how you got to be able to do this off the cable. But I'm going to make a video on that in the near future. So hopefully this will help a lot of you guys out, especially the beginners in Aikido, because a lot of times people, they misunderstand this and they just raise up and they do that because they're lazy. They don't understand the idea of this connection with this. They don't understand that. So senpais that are out there, if you have a lot of kohais in your dojo, show them how to do this. Make sure the mechanics of the technique are correct. The faster somebody gets down the basics, the faster they progress and the better they become, especially when they have solid fundamental skills. And that's one thing that I see lacking in some Aikido is the fundamental skills of these types of exercises. Tenkan. Tenkan's the worst. You know, they call that the 25-year technique. I can teach you how to do Tenkan literally in 5 minutes. Effectively in 5 minutes. But it's up to you to be able to keep those principles that I'm showing you. And that does take some work, and that requires some time to be able to do that. So if you like this video, hit a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, let me know what you think about it. If you actually try this exercise, definitely leave a comment down below, let me know how it worked out for you. And I'm Lenny Sly, Road Warrior TV. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.